Hey guys, this is an updated extract guide for the Railroad Passage Green Flare extract on customs in case you guys just wanted to know where it was and how to use it, or in case you did want to know how to complete the proper task Belka and Strelka. And since so many people are still having issues dying while trying to use this extract, I wanted to help by making certain parts of this guide more detailed. So obviously this is a green flare extract, so you will have to bring one into raid with you, and you can actually buy 2 per reset from Jaeger for about 6k rubles each, or you can also use the signal pistol with the compatible cartridge if you do have access to that from ref. But just a side note is that if you are trying to do the Belka and Strelka task, then Proper will actually provide you with one of these green flares as initial equipment when you do accept that task. So just make sure that you do go to your messenger and accept all, and then place the green flare in one of your special slots so that it won't be lost if you do end up dying. And then you can also assign it from your special slot to one of your quick slot keys either before or during a raid in order to use it. So I do have a map of customs on the screen right now with the Railroad Passage extract marked, and you will have to stay on the actual train tracks past the train cars between Stronghold and Old Gas Station the entire time while you are attempting to use this extract. And now I will show you guys in a raid exactly how to use it. So my PMC's here on customs, and the fortress is going to be just right here in front of me, and then off to my right is where the old gas station is located. And I am standing on the train tracks in between these 2 buildings because you do want to make sure that you do stay on these train tracks the entire time that you are attempting to use this extract, since this is going to be your safe zone from the sniper after you do fire off your green flare. Then once you do end up getting near the middle of this last train car, then you will get a notification in the bottom right hand corner that you are in the signal flare area. But just know that it can be very easy to miss, and the notification does only stay on your screen for about 3 to 4 seconds. Now once you are in the actual signal flare area, then you can pull out your green flare and aim it about 60 to 80 degrees in the air and fire. Just make sure that you are not firing it straight ahead of yourself into the ground or straight up at 90 degrees or more, because for these green flare extracts, the flare supposedly has to reach a certain height towards the extract to trigger your safety. And even though they have adjusted this to be much more lenient, if you do fire it with your PMC straight up as far as they can point, then the flare will actually land behind you. So it won't go into the safe zone, and it will not always work for you. So it will definitely be more reliable for you to go for that 60 to 80 degree angle instead. And for those of you who do struggle to aim the flares, I will show you guys a formation or a setup that you can use to make sure that it works for you every time here on customs. So basically you do want to line yourself up at the end of this train car or slightly past it, which will still be inside the signal flare area. And when you do pull out your green flare, then you want to aim it so that the top of the flare is actually touching this metal cross section at the highest point of your PMC's natural sway, or the highest point that your PMC's arms will bob up and down when you are not moving your mouse. And I do have a picture on the screen to basically explain this, but as long as it is touching between the bottom and the top of the metal, then you can go ahead and fire away. After this, then you do want to wait the 2 to 3 seconds, and then you can start running straight along the train tracks. And running straight on the train tracks for this extract is actually even more important than the angle that you do fire the flare off, so absolutely do not ever veer off to the left or the right of the tracks, or you will be shot and killed by the sniper. And I am aware that this is a horrible extract design, but it is what they decided on, so it is what we have to live with, and it's why I am emphasizing at this point to just keep yourself on or in between the train tracks. And honestly, you're going to be better off just to stay right on the center track, just to be absolutely sure. And just so you guys know, if you are in a group, then only one person does need to bring in and fire green flare, and it will work for all of you to go ahead and extract, so not everybody needs to bring in a flare for themselves. And also, if you do end up firing the flare, and for whatever reason, if it does fail to trigger your safety, as long as you don't die to the sniper, then you can always run back to the signal flare area and try again if you did bring in another flare, or if somebody in your group has another flare. But just know that your raid in particular could just be buggy, because I have been getting a lot of reports on that on my old video. But if you do think that you might have done something wrong, then it could definitely be worth trying to shoot off the flare again and extract. So hopefully this updated guide helped you guys to utilize this extract. Thank you guys for choosing to watch my guide on this, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.